Welcome to Crow Inclined, here today with a daily energetic check-in. I am using the Weeds and Witches Oracle today, and our card of focus is number 36 on the threshold. Okay, so the weed that's attached with this is fennel. I know, I love fennel. And, in this particular deck of Weeds and Witches, it's the weed, right? But it's also represented not just by the fennel hanging on the door of the threshold, but by this protective being sitting on top, right? So, because fennel protects, and it protects new beginnings at the door, right? At the threshold, which is what this figure sitting on top of this doorway is doing. So, it recognizes that landscapes are changing and it kind of oversees what's being born, okay? What this new thing that's about to happen. So when it comes to you, right, and you're at this threshold, this means that you're no longer here, but you're also not there yet, right? And it's impossible to know what you're going to find. So you're kind of hanging out here. You're not quite sure what's going to happen. Maybe there's a lot of unknown right now, but you're going to move when you know it's time to go. Right? And when you finally decide to move through that threshold, this being, this energy, this protective force is going to come with you. Okay? You may not see it, but it does go with you wherever you go. I love that. I love that. Okay? You are protected as you're crossing the threshold, and you go when you're ready to go. No one can tell you when you're ready to take the steps to move through that threshold. So this presence, it definitely watches you, it protects over you, but it doesn't hold you back. Okay, that's the point. It's with you, it protects you, but you make the decisions. You go when you're ready. So you're about to cross into something. Whether you know it or not, you probably feel it on some level. Okay, and it's really, really cool. I love this for you today. So I actually pulled out the Enchanted for Hoxa for this because it feels like a very magical kind of thing that's about to happen. And I don't know if you can feel it or not. I definitely feel that energy with this reading, that there's something, okay? There's something a bit mystical, magical about what you are about to step into. So, with that being said, I want to thank everyone a ton for being here. I really, really appreciate you. I hope you're all doing well. Super honored to be able to bring you these readings today, and happy to be with you on your journey. Hopefully this helps. I know when I've had some rough times that I've gone through that, I have some readers that I really like online that I follow, and they certainly helped me traverse some of the harder times. So hopefully that's the case. Anyway, please keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. If it doesn't fit, don't make it. Let us begin with you on this threshold, going when you are ready. Oh, we have the Knight of Fire. Well, the Knight of Fire is like the Knight of Wands, so super fiery, creative energy, right? Now, the Knight of Fire can fan the flames on an idea and really push it forward quickly, all right? So when you are ready to step through this threshold, to cross the threshold and to begin whatever this new thing is, feels like it's going to happen real fast. Something's going to happen real fast. Fiery, creative, juicy. And now there can be a bit of stubbornness with this too, but I think that that's necessary when you're starting a new path, right? Because you don't want to be swayed from your path too soon until you understand what it is. You don't want to be swayed at all. You want to make the decisions. And that's why I love this little protective force here, right? Not telling you what to do, traveling with you, allowing you to make the decisions yourself. It's really, really important. In your energy, we have the Two of Fire. right? This is a blending of two worlds. This is creating, you know, in this particular card, this fairy is taking from the land of her Hoxa, what it likes, and from the land, from the mundane world where we are, the earthly plane. Sorry, let me get that in focus. And notice they overlap. So this fairy is creating this new world with the best of elements from the earthly realm and from Verhoxa realm. Okay, so this is the planning stages. This is you building your world the way that you want to build it. I also like that this almost appears like a threshold, right? Because we have you in this card sort of waiting for the right moment to step through, and you have this fairy in the land of Verhoxa standing almost in the same sort of threshold energy. Okay, so this is a planning stage happening right now, which is excellent, excellent, excellent. So your energy is right there. Keep in mind we have the Six of Air. So this reading is actually quite similar to yesterday's reading as well. Yeah, so the Six of Air. This is turning your head towards the future. Looking towards the future. Allowing yourself to think of all the possibilities and the opportunities that lie on that distant shore, right? Leaving the past behind, allowing the past to dissolve as you're moving forward. Now, this raven here, or crow, I'm not really sure, is here to assist this character from the land of Verhoxa move across, right? So there may be some help. Well, honestly, you do have help. The ravens move in the spirit world. Here's your little raven. I know it's a person sitting up here, but there's help, right? Wow, this is a really cool reading. So, but this is great because you're focused on the future. You're focused on the future. That's the way it should be, right? Oh, my little elephant's in the way. You're focused on the future. This is beautiful. Let me move these. I know. There we go. Focusing on the future. Yeah, something's going to happen real quick as soon as you step through that threshold, step through that portal, step into the land that you are creating, step into the new beginning that you are creating. As soon as you reach that distant shore, right? All right. What do we have going on here? Let's get something for that first position. Look at that. Two of water. So not only once, you know, you cross that threshold are things going to be moving fast, there is a soulmate connection that's going to come in pretty quickly, right? This is the Two of Cups. This is someone who's going to be really, really important to you on this journey forward, all right? And it's going to happen quickly. Once you step through and cross the threshold, step through this portal, step onto your new journey, reach that distant shore, things are going to happen real fast for you, okay? There is someone waiting there for you, someone of importance. Now, it can be, like you hear me all the time, a love relationship. It can be a business partner. It can be a best friend. It can be a mentor, a teacher. It could just be someone that you look up to, someone that you talk to occasionally, you know, someone who always says the right thing, right? Soulmate connection. Okay. The Five of Fire. So this is the Five of Wands. So this is sort of well, it's debate, right? So this fairy is tasked with this garden, and all of its inhabitants here think they have a say in what's going to happen. So this fairy is having to deal with each approach from each of these other characters one at a time. Okay, so this can mean, you know, if it's in your energy, yeah, you may be having some conflict, some heated debates in your life right now around a situation, around a move that you want to make, a direction you want to take. All this is saying is break it down. If it gets too overwhelming, break it down and take them one at a time. This is how you move forward. This is actually how this fairy in this beautiful, beautiful garden gets the job done and does it the way she wants to do it. Okay. By breaking it down One at a time. One at a time. Teeny little steps. You know, a lot of little steps add up in equal giant leaps, right? Sometimes leaps and bounds are made by small steps, a lot of small steps together. That's what we're talking about here. Okay. Yeah. So this is probably why you're still waiting on the threshold, right? Waiting to go through. You're kind of waiting to maybe for those last little steps to happen. Under the 6 of air, we have the 8 of air. All right. So this is really about sort of self-limiting, well, it's setting limitations and restrictions on the self. Okay. That's what the 8 of air is. It's the 8 of swords. Now, it can also be kind of a time of stasis, if I'm saying that right, of contemplation. I know it kind of gets, the 8 of air kind of gets a bad rap for sort of feeling trapped and frustrated, which it can mean. But I think it also gives us a moment to pause. Look, the spiders have wrapped her in this web. They've blinded her. When all this comes off, she's going to have a different perspective. Okay? So it's not always a bad thing. And I really feel like this is what this card is about for you. Probably while you're waiting at this threshold, right? Taking some time to understand how you might be limiting or restricting yourself in how you think, maybe in your beliefs, maybe in some habits, maybe, you know, in the people around you, right? Because this is kind of coming out next to this fire, or excuse me, the 5 of fire. So maybe you're contemplating who gets to come with you on your journey. Maybe no one does, right? I also, and now I know that these spiders, some people don't like spiders. I'm not a huge fan, but they fascinate me. So to me, they're all facing outward. And in this image, to me, in my perception, they're actually very, very protective, right? Normally it's swords around. They seem like they're protecting her, this character wrapped in this web, and not allowing any sort of external influences to come in while she's processing. Okay, that's kind of what I'm getting from the card today. Okay. I like that. All right. I mean, it seems to be a pretty strong, yeah, here we have the star, pretty strong message today. So this is in our first position. So this crossing the threshold, going through the portal, world building that you're doing, this new thing is definitely bringing in a wish fulfillment, right? This is the star. This is your wishes, dreams, desires. This is your guiding light, right? It's something that you have nurtured. This fairy plants the seeds and nurtures them and brings them to full bloom, right? That's what you're doing. And you, when you're ready to cross into that place, this is coming in. This is going to happen for you. That's what this is all about. This is what this has been about, right? You've done the work. You've stood in the face of adversity. You're still continuing to, you know, figure out how you want your world to look, right? You're standing, here you go, standing your ground, and we have the Fool card coming out in your energy. So you, yeah, when you're ready to step through and to cross that threshold, here you are. Here's the Fool card. This is your new beginning. Oh my goodness sakes, I am loving this reading. Yeah, there's really good stuff waiting for you on the other side of that door. Please don't be afraid, because you are protected, but you also need to go when you are ready. No one can make you do this. No one should be making you do this. This is a wish, dream, desire. This is a wish fulfillment for you. Okay? You are moving towards something that you want. You're moving towards something that you desire. And of course, we're going to have the tower. All right. Towers are not always a bad thing, you guys. You are moving through a doorway. You are stepping out onto the path of a new adventure. When you're ready, this is going to come soon. And when it happens, it's going to affect your life in a huge way and really fast. Okay. This tower just means that your old world is gone. Okay. This means you build a new foundation according to who you are in your new world. That's all. Right? This literally means you're closing the book or closing a chapter. You're closing the book on that chapter of your life. How about? Okay. And you're starting a new book. This is your new book. So don't be afraid of this. Your world is going to change. Everything is going to change in beautiful, mystical, magical ways, right? Mystical, magical ways. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but please do it. When you're ready, please do it, right? And we have the Council of Monarchs coming out. So this card typically is representative of the Emperor card. Okay. The Emperor's, mastered all 4 realms of all the kings, right? It is a council that you can go to for advice. Now it's coming out for you today, which could mean that it's representing you. Like you are leveling up to Emperor status when you go through. You'll have the answers. You have the wisdom. You have the maturity. And that's kind of what I feel like is happening here with this particular reading today. So yeah, I mean, it could be someone around you once you pass through, right? Because we do have this soulmate connection here. We do have this assistance here. We do have, so there's a lot of things at play here. Okay. And we have the 8 of water coming out, which is the 8, it's the 8 of cups. So it's walking away. It's walking away from the old. It's letting things go. It's allowing for room for the new to come in, right? This tower. You're going to be rebuilding your world. Bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. So this is transformation. You are going through an awakening. It is very, very important for you to step through the door when you're ready. Okay? This is an awakening. This is why all this stuff's coming in for you. We also have the 3 of fire. So this is taking action on that 2 of fire planning. It's being able to see things from a vantage point and to take steps towards it, right? Taking steps towards your goals. Yeah, let's put it over there. Okay. Wow, this is a beautiful reading. I really, really love this for you today. I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button. If anything resonated for you, please feel free to subscribe. It is free as I'm trying to build my channel. Share with your besties if this reminds you of anyone, and I will see you next time.